Alright, hey guys. Guys, holy fuck, the direct today. Y'all see this shit? Listen, I've been working on this long before I even thought about K. Rool and Smash. But holy shit. He does it. He does it. Also, let me maybe turn this down a little bit more. Because as it turns out, chat can never be trusted with audio mixing ever again. Because not only did you guys see the direct, but did you guys see the, my coverage of it? Not too good. Because apparently, listen, I don't mean to be an angry fella, but you! So basically the audio mixing was garbo, and you could hardly hear me over the direct itself. And so despite me asking multiple times, hey chat, how's the audio? Everybody was like, oh no, Griffin, it's fine, it's great. So you know. That's fun. So anyways, last time we finished up the storyboarding for this project. I think I still have the timeline here for us to check out. Yep, okay. I think this is what's going on. This, okay. So here's what we got. If you guys haven't been keeping up, this is King K. Rool saying this is too easy after playing a mean trick on Donkey Kong. So we've gotten the poses worked out, we've gotten all this sorted out. So now what we're going to be doing tonight is actually, for the first time, hopping into Adobe Animate and doing some work in there. So basically, we're going to be taking all these storyboard pieces, we're going to be working it into actual animation tonight. So that's what I'm hoping to get to. So with that, let's begin. So basically what I like to do, this is just the ref? Okay. What I like to do is, oh, I gotta turn it off on this layer so it turns off on all layers. Right, okay. So basically, I just save this as like storyboard 01, so on, so on. Like basically like save every frame of this as its own little PNG. And once we get it into Flash, what we're gonna end up doing is kind of sorting all these out, you know, getting the timing on these animations properly, and then we can trace over them to have some, you know, some clean line art, and then we can get to in-betweening. So, oh, this is 3 actually. Wait a second, I think this is actually just 1 again. This is 2, storyboard, oh, okay. The first step is to actually not save 20 identical copies of the first frame. Yeah, let's replace that one. Okay, now I got the hang of this. I've saved a file once or twice in my day. Eh? What's happening here? Well, this is 4, so I'll turn off 3. Is that gonna stay on? Why is 3 on in all of these? 3 should not be on in all of these. Also, bark. Okay, no, let's turn 3 off. Yeah, I guess it's just, wait, no, 4 is on in all of these. Oh, hold on now. No 3s. Okay, how's this? There we go, okay. Let's see, well now I forgot which one I was on. I think I'm on storyboard 04, right? Let's try. Storyboard 04. The worst part of it too is that I was like specifically like, yeah, let's make sure we avoid a WWDC situation, everybody. Because during that stream, I ended up being like, the audio mixing was like the opposite of what happened earlier today, where the source was really, really quiet, and I was really, really loud in comparison to it. But I honestly feel like this is maybe worse than what happened with WWDC. Because, you know, the whole point of the commentary and reaction streams is at least being able to hear what I'm fucking saying. And if you don't got that, then I don't know what I've got. Also, these dogs are going nuts today. Bust out the dog emotes, everybody. I would say the dog emotes by name, but I'm not enough of a Twitch head to know the truth. You see, I keep having these keyboard problems with this MacBook, and now the 8 key is the latest victim of this fucking keyboard defect. Okay, storyboard, oh no. This right here is an excellent frame. Yeah, okay, now we've got a little bit of momentum going, so storyboard 12. Some of these might end up being like a little bit repetitive because I know that these are like operating on maybe some of the same frames, but just for the sake of making sure that I get the timing on these right, I might go the little extra mile just to get these labeled and exported properly. Truly, the most thrilling part of any Galaxy gallery. Oh, now that's a good frame, although I did not mean to play it. Look at those little kissy lips. Okay. You know what? Let me check up on these lads. Let me see what's up. Look, the problem is over. Alright, let's see. So I saved 16. Let's save these last 5 and hop into animate. Oh, I think I need the background as well, but I might have already done that. 17. I'm sure there's like some instant way to like, because if I was like working with like a much bigger storyboard sequence, like a full, oh no, not 3/8. 18, thank you. If I was working with like a much larger sequence, I would imagine that manually saving all of these frames would be like a huge pain in the ass, but considering there's only like 20 or so, I don't mind doing it like this. It's not too big of a hassle. Okay, 20. Another good frame. Seems to be a repeat, but again, just to make sure that we don't miss anything, and just for the sake of simplicity, this is what I'm going to do. Alright, so let's just double check the files here, just to make sure that I placed this properly. So GG, animation. Okay, come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, yep, looks all good. Let's maybe actually preview these. Wait a second. Did the body skip a jiggle? It did not. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Oh, you know what?
This is too easy!
I wonder if you can import an MP4 as audio. Also, apparently I have an FLA prepared for this. What's in here? Did I just put an empty file here? Just for the occasion, or? I don't remember working on this in Animate at all. I wonder what we're about to open. Adobe Animate needs to download the font Osaka? Yeah, okay. Great, Adobe Animate. Great. Okay, so I just ended up putting the background in ahead of time. Okay, that's fine. That's actually perfect. Alright, so let's see. I believe the project properties here are 1920 by 1080. Yes? So, let's see. Right, so I'm gonna have to, like, kind of... I work in Flash so rarely these days because, you know, animation is a dead medium on YouTube. But I want to make sure that I gotta remember how to put audio in Flash. I know a thing or two though, so let's start by like importing, right? By importing? It's like Command I, right? No, apparently I'm opening up an info panel down here for Command I. Import, there we go. Import to library? I guess there is no keyboard shortcut for that. That's okay though. GG animation. 21. Alright. Let me maybe grab some new music too. Let's go with Busted Bayou from Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And with that, relinquish any chance of these videos being ad-free ever again. Okay, so let's see. So all the pieces are here. If we drag them out, they should be. Oh, are they like not? Hold on. What's happening here? Okay, no, I was thinking that maybe they were like the wrong size for the, but they're the same size. Don't worry, no worries. So I'm gonna name this background, and before I actually start dragging any of this in, I'm going to import one more thing. No, not open up the info window. I'm gonna import one more thing here. That being, of course, the source audio, because otherwise, probably got a time limit. So yeah, as we can see here, the MP4 is grayed out. So I'm actually gonna quickly see. Let me just stop this for a second. Let me see what I can do about that. I think I should just need to convert that into an MP3, and we should be good. So in order for me to do that, I might just have to open up Handbrake for a quick little second, Just gotta dig that out. Animation, reanimated, MP4. Let's see. Format. Format? Can you turn videos into MP3s with Handbrake? No, you should be able to, right? No, I think it's just different video formats, right? Yeah, these are all like different like video file types, but MP3 is not present. Okay, well that's not. How am I gonna get an MP3 out of this then? Wait, hold on. I might be able to just literally open it up with QuickTime. Let's see. And then like save it as an MP3. Okay, kids. Let's see. Oh shit! Hey, Themi. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that. No. Okay, if I do like save as, right? Export as 480p audio only. There we go. Okay. Audio. This is too easy, actually. If only I could say the same about the animation process. Alright, that's not too big of a deal then. Let's get the music running. Although, that might be a bit of a challenging thing, because if I'm like animating at the same time, then I'm gonna have to be like scrubbing to like the audio, and if there's music playing at the same time, that might be a little difficult. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's see. All the storyboards are already in there. This is too easy, should be. Where do I save that to? Did you guys keep an eye on that? This is too easy, okay. There we are. One or more files were not imported because there were problems reading them. Oh boy. Yeah, hold on. I noticed at the kind here it said Apple Audio. What file type did this save as? MPEG. Oh, okay. No, I think if you want to get it to work with Flash, it has to be an MP3. Something for board day. You know it. Anyways, hey Neon Blue. Should have played the Yoshi game. Listen, I'm excited for K. Rool. I'm doing a K. Rool thing. Let's do the K. Rool thing. And I also just want to get this off my back because it's been sitting around for a while. Okay. I certainly wasn't expecting the majority of this stream to start with, you know, fucking around with files and whatnot, though, that's for sure. You know what? There is... music is slightly louder than you, god damn it. Oh! This is the problem! Guys. Look at this. This is gonna be, yeah, a little bit Inception-y. But look at this! I found the culprit. Because during the Smash stream, when I was complaining about it being loud, when I found out that it was too loud, this is what happened. So my desktop audio is usually set to -10, right? It was like all the way up here for some reason. Why the fuck was it like that? Well, that certainly explains why it was too loud, although it doesn't explain why chat didn't tell me it was too loud. Wink wink! Luigi in Castlevania is such a fun and dark idea. I agree. I feel like I'm getting a little tired of the Luigi is dead memes, you know, because people went wild with that instantly. But the K. Rool ones have been good, with all the Donkey Kong and DDD things. I was choking on hype. I'm not super familiar with Castlevania, so I can only be really so excited, but I was decently excited, I'd say. I don't know. Castlevania absolutely deserves the representation, though, so no qualms with it for me. I'm just not super attached to the IP, I suppose. Okay, so if I open up Final Cut Pro here, I'm gonna just quickly do this on my other display because there's no reason to get it all set up on the big one. So if I just put in this scene and export it specifically as MP3, we should be good to go. Let's see. Scene 66.
This is too easy.
That's the one. Okay. Share. Audio file. It is going to be an MP3, right? It's not going to be an Apple. This is too easy. No, MP3 audio. Perfect. Okay. And then let's save that in the same folder as the rest of the project, and we should be good to go.
This is too easy.
There it is. We did it. Okay, let's pop that in and get animating. Could probably also close Final Cut. All of the whip kink art. Excuse me? That wasn't where I was going with things that I'm tired of. I haven't seen any of that, thankfully. If anything, I've been seeing more comments about King K. Rool's very big tummy, because, you know, 4 day. I saw another tweet from Nick Robinson on my timeline pointing that out, which is really unfortunate because it's an important thing to point out for sure. But you know, Nick Robinson, he doesn't respect women, so leave immediately. All right, let's see. Import to library, and this is too easy to MP3. There it is. Okay, well now it's just a matter of figuring out how to make audio do again, right? Let's do like the first 100 frames, right? Let's just get something set up there, and for the background as well. Audio. Nick Robinson is still around, sad face. Honestly, that's the mood. I've been hearing people talk about like a video he made about Mario's realistic hair and how he doesn't like it. And honestly, like, I'm just tired of him. Can he, like, go away already? Leave? There's a way to do this. Do I paste it into the timeline? Well, paste is grayed out, so I would assume not. Unless I, like, wipe these blank keyframes, maybe? I might have to look this up real quick. It's been so long. Oh, maybe I just go to the first frame and drag it into the workspace here? Oh, that might have done it. Let's see. Convert to blank keyframes. It has not done it. It has not appeared to have... Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. Let's cut the music for a second. And let me see how this sounds. Let me see how this goes. I just gotta see, like, how long this needs to be.
This is too easy.
Oh, it's pretty much there, though. Let me just remove this and maybe extend by like another 20 frames just for good measure. Oh, I see. I gotta remove all of this. And then there's like a way to expand it, right? God, I haven't used Animate in forever. Cause that like, okay, there we go. Perfect. Because some of the past animations that I've been doing were like exclusively in Photoshop. So working with animated again is a bit of a doozy to say the least, but I seem to be working my way around it. Music is still a bit too loud, okay. Even if the memes are getting old fast, do you at least like the irony, why did I say it like this, of Luigi being a ghost? I guess. I don't know if I'm like a Luigi ghost stan. I saw a theory that the blurred out mode was spirit mode or something. Yeah. Okay, so here's why I wanted to do Galaxy Gallery instead of, you know, just a regular... you know, Yoshi and Spyro tonight. Also, Okami's coming out tomorrow, goddamn. So it's probably, tomorrow's probably gonna be Okami and Spyro, maybe? Anyways, maybe Okami and Yoshi. We'll see. But yeah. Because not only is kind of, you know, the subject matter pictured here. Oh, you only get so big, I guess. Because I'm doing a K-Rool thing, and, you know, I feel like this is it's easier to focus on Smash discussion, which I'd very much like to do, so. Okay, so storyboard. So now what we're gonna do here is kind of just drag these in one by one and just get the timing on all of these keyframes right. And then when we start animating them, we'll know where like all the frames go. Also, I liked that Nintendo released a statement saying Luigi was okay. I liked that too, although I think that was just EU. Okay. Oh, I've gotta fucking... I guess I've gotta stop the music. I've gotta, like, scrub through this like a million times. Where's the first giggle? Where does the first giggle initiate? I would say, like, on this frame. So we'll convert to blank keyframes. Storyboard 02. This is gonna be, actually... This is gonna be something, to say the least. Oh, boy. How did Mike get away with animating on his art streams? Because I know he like used background music, right? But he was also like doing lip syncing. So what gives? What's the truth? And you gotta like start it from the first frame for the audio to play as well. It's very irritating. Oh, just enter? You can use enter as a shortcut to play, so that's good. Yeah, there's like keyboard shortcuts for these, right? Step back one frame. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I've mastered the keyboard shortcuts, never mind. Okay. I feel like I might want to do these like double time though, because he does like 5 giggles, And I did like 9 because I have like in-betweens for when his head goes like up and down. I think he only animated once, then switched to drawing. I don't think he ever finished that animation either. He never posted it, that's for sure. Guys, remember when Mike was gonna do a Breath of the Wild cartoon? Okay, so let's see. If I like convert this to a blank keyframe, I want to make sure that the timing is like equal across all of this. I also want to maybe make sure that how do I expand like the size of these? Oh, I think it's this. Well, there's the width. I'm looking for the height though. How do I make these taller? I guess there's no way to make them taller. Sure. Unless I like can right click on them maybe? No, it doesn't seem like it. Also, this audio has 2 A's. I'm so thinking of Do You Know What This Means song from that questionable Donkey Kong Country TV show we had. Well, that would be the time to think of it because that, after all, is the source material of this giggling. Let's see. Yeah, so if I like cut this actually and then put it into this frame, then Yep, so it begins. The timing's gonna be very interesting to work out here. Also, how do I get this back to normal? How do I get this back to Norman? What was the original size here? I can't tell. Wait. Reset timeline to default level. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I guess like I can try just a baseline of every 3 frames to start with, and then if I need to, I can just change it from there. So I guess in the meantime, I can get music going for a teensy bit. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing this right though. I gotta count. Yeah, okay, there we go. Well, this is still the second frame, so I gotta drag in the 3rd one now. So what have you guys been up to? What are you guys particularly excited about in Smash? His lack of a tail is strange, though. It's right here. Unless you mean in Smash. Does he not have a tail in Smash where he otherwise would? Huh. Interesting. Also, something is very wrong with Storyboard 03 because the head doesn't change. I might have exported something improperly. Hold on. Yeah. 2 should be this, and then 3 is... Okay, so if 3 ended up overwriting the previous frames too for some reason. So Storyboard 02. PNG. I don't know if that's going to automatically change the thing in Flash even if I reopen it. So let me just quickly wipe this frame, and then wipe this from the library, right? Delete. And then I can re-import that, and we should be good to go. I think that's the only thing with the timing, though, because everything after the 3rd frame in Photoshop I wiped. So import to library, Storyboard 02, and we're good to go. Let's see. Let's see how that works out. I'm hoping that the timing on this ends up being, like, very, very easy. Like, because if I'm, like, expecting... What I expect to happen with this is that the timing of the laughs is not going to be exactly every 3 frames. And I'm gonna have to do something fucking fancy and finicky, and I don't want to. So what I'm hoping is that it actually does time out to a perfect every 3 frames per he. And because that's so perfect, because then you've got the in-between, and then you can make 2 more in-betweens. It's perfect. Hour-long playlist, yes, in Smash. Yeah, the playlist feature is pretty cool. So, but is that just for the sound gallery, or can you have, like, playlists for stages, too? I think Shadow will also be in Smash as an Echo Fighter because they added Knuckles. Wasn't Knuckles also in 4 and Brawl? Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, okay, it's coming together. Let's get number 5 in here. Number 5, King K. Rool. The last thing you'd want in your Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Direct is somebody's crocodile. Guys, is King K. Rool a crocodile or an alligator? Leave your theories in the comments below. It's like very strange, because sometimes it snaps perfectly to the size of the storyboard, and sometimes it doesn't. Okay. So we just gotta get 8 and 9, and we should be good to go. Also, the music stopped. The music has disappeared for me, excuse me? Hello? Why did it stop for me? What just happened? I mean, like, I think if I turned it on, then you guys can maybe still hear it, maybe? Eh? It's showing up in desktop audio, but, like, it suddenly, I stopped hearing it on my end. Let me fucking disconnect and reconnect my AirPods. I gotta get a new pair of these things. They're getting old. There was some other evidence that supported the shadow reasoning? Really? I have heard no such thing, but I would be interested to hear. I watched the same stream you did. He showed up in the background and Brawl. It might have been a trophy in 4. Maybe. K. Rool is a croc. Good to know. Okay, I can hear it again. Can OBS hear it again? Yes, it can. Okay, perfect. Okay. Let's get back to dragging this where it belongs. Okay. So that is 8, so let's do another 1, 2, 3. And then plop down 9 and see how that goes. If the timing of this works out, this is just going to be a lot of fun to animate. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, and then is 10 the gasp? It is, so if I can see where the gasp comes along. And yeah, let's see how it plays out so far. Oh, it's actually a little slower. Wait, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So it's he. There isn't a final he. He's missing a final he. Oh, I might have to draw like a storyboard 9.5. Something has happened here. Something has gone horribly wrong. I can't believe I've done this. Okay, 9.5. Here we go. I guess I can name this 10 because this doesn't. The rest is just named Gasp and shit. Huh. Okay. Eh? It's Porter just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, It's Porter. That's very, very kind of you. Congrats. Bust out those Keaton emotes, folks. Yeah, like that. Subbo. Thank you, That's very, very nice of you. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay. So, let's see. This should be fairly quick to do. I just gotta tilt this head down. I don't think I gotta, like, move it any further in, like, any direction. I just gotta, like, tilt it so that he's, like, laughing downwards before he does the gasp. I wasn't expecting to have to do any more Photoshop stuff, but I guess here we are, burning. I wanted another badge, and I got 2. I've grown in power, fight me. Well, if you're a clip champ, then your power can grow yet. Yeah, just like a tiny little adjustment. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even need to go back into the storyboard to do stuff like this. I should honestly be able to just get away with adding this in between in Flash, but I guess I've already started, so whatever. Sure, whatever. Yeah, I'll just fill that in just because I already started, may as well. I might want to redraw the way I did King K. Rool's fangs here too, because they look much more, you know, the front ones are like really, really big, but I don't know if that's going to look very good or if that's going to be very conducive to lip syncing, but I think we can give it a shot when we do the redraws in the cleanup. Ooh! Oh, there we go. It's busting up the Keaton emotes. Speaking of, I've been getting some more good emote ideas. I think I know what I want for the 25 tier. It's honestly just like more for me than anything, but I don't know. Emote ideas are emote ideas, I guess. But it's a good one, I'm just saying. One of these days I'll do an emote Galaxy Gallery, but unfortunately tonight is not the night, so I'll have to save that idea for another time. There we go. Just gotta move all the teethies down and then we'll be good to go. Can I, get a fucking, there we go. Now we're getting a move on. Okay, okay. And then just add in the bottom boys here. Look at how happy this boy is he got into Smash. This is too easy, he says about getting into the roster. Did this music really just go all the way? Did it play itself out just now? Well, I guess it did. It's been going for 15 minutes. What else can I get here? Maybe some music that won't get this stream claimed? Oh look, Bobopolis, never mind. Okay. He is happy he got into Smash, and I'm so proud of him. Okay, I'll just name this like 9.5, because I don't think you can use decimal marks in file names. That's good. Oh no, I need to name it Storyboard 9.5 actually. This is stream. This is my stream folder actually. 9.5. Storyboard 09.5. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That should be it though, so let's save this and close this and fully lock into Galaxy Gallery.fla mode. Now it's red, baby. Did they release the really good Donkey Kong medley they played during the Direct? Unfortunately, no. The only music that went live today is the Castlevania one. Yeah, it was Gangplank Galleon, and a very good Gangplank Galleon at that. References aside, the last time we saw him was in Super Mario Sluggers in 08. Wow, talk about a grand return. Okay. So I'll plop 9.5 there. Well, we've got to import 9.5 and then plop it. But then, we should finally be good to go. There's been a lot of roadblocks tonight so far. Okay. There we go. Now let's see how it plays. Hey? Oh, because the body didn't change. But doesn't it go into, when he does do the gas, but doesn't it need to... Uh-oh. Well, I just fucking quit Photoshop because I thought I did it perfectly, but I didn't. I fucked it! Well, uh-oh. Now it's just his head wiggles. Maybe that's good, though. Maybe his head can move on the final heat. So if we were to throw in the gasp here, would it be timed perfectly enough to be every 3 frames? Would it work out? Ooh, it does come pretty close. Guys, I think I can get away with this. Maybe extend this by like 1 more frame. Oh, guys, it's looking good. We actually did get away with every 3 frames. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. There was a street named after K. Rool in Odyssey. There sure was. And that was good. New Donk City really is a fucking masterpiece. Seeing this synced up to the audio is so good. I was trying to kind of do it last night, like trying to play the video and play the Photoshop thing at the same time, but I couldn't get the timing right. But this, we're finally seeing it all in action. It's beautiful. That said, let's get the rest of these little keyframes in here for the lip syncing. So this is going to be the thud noise. So how long does that last? Probably like a frame or so? Yeah, okay. In between the lip syncing is gonna prove to be pretty interesting, I think. Because, you know, usually I animate like mouths, but this is like a crocodile mouth, as I have learned. So I'm thinking that's gonna be pretty interesting. Okay, so then it does a eh. So this is gonna be an open mouth, right? Yeah, this. Okay, so he goes into the sound really quickly. Maybe even on the frame right after. Let's see. I think he does. Okay, so 13. Okay, maybe not that fast actually. Let's adjust the timing here. Oh no, cause he does this is, so it's like an ISIS sound really quickly, so that can prove difficult. If I can like... Yeah, so I think this is like where the final S sound at least stops. So if I can like drag that out then and see like where the final S sound goes, then I can like put in-betweens. So maybe like another frame over. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we'll do convert to blank keyframes? No, we'll do convert to keyframe here, and then convert to keyframe here, then clear this middle one, and then put the open mouthed K rule back in, like so. Okay. So let's see, this... He doesn't close his mouth. This should be the sis noise. Where's the sis? There's the sis. I gotta put that in. I put in the wrong... Oh! Background! No, you storyboard. Let me actually lock the background while it's on my mind. That should not be a thing that I can do. Ooh, that's looking good. Let's grab that 2. 2? Easy! I think next time you do one of these, I'll draw some real art. I was gonna draw Cappy tonight because I'm super excited for New Dunk and Smash, but I got sidetracked. Well, I'm gonna be doing this like for the rest of the night. You got plenty of time. Well, are you thinking of Top Hat Cappy or Mario Hat Cappy? Or like, you know, Cappy is one of the other, like, 50+ hats. Skeleton Cappy? Oh, it autosaved. Hold on. Ooh, it's looking good. 2? Yeah, I'm gonna be sidetracked for probably even longer than your stream. I can't blame you. Sometimes it be like that. I know I get really easily distracted when I'm in the middle of art stuff. I feel like that's why I like Galaxy Gallery as much as I do, though, because I feel like it lets me focus on stuff a little bit more, you know? Like, I can't just browse Twitter on stream. I gotta do this for you guys. Yeah, so I gotta see when the easy kicks in. Make sure I stop at 2 at the right moment. I did do that. Okay, so then easy. So there's the E. Guys, this is looking so good synced up to the audio. I'm so excited to actually get into this and see how it turns out. I'm so proud of you, K-Rool. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
This is too easy.
So there's the S sound, but when is the next E? I might want to drag this back by 1 and then... Whoa, what have I done here? Okay, that's how I go. Okay, and then... I guess for like a single frame, then convert to blank keyframes, and then... back to this. Okay, let's see how that turns out.
This is too easy.
Maybe for like 1 more frame there. Convert to blank keyframes. Let's see.
This is too easy.
When does the next E sound stop though?
This is too easy.
Let's like place the gasp first, and then the in-between can be like his mouth closing.
This is too easy.
So it's like right here. So let's like kind of fast forward to the gasp and then fill in the blank. There we go. And then number 20 can go here. Number 20. Closed mouth K. Rool. The last thing you'd want in your storyboard.
This is too easy.
Oh, there it is! There's the full thing.
This is too easy.
What the fuck? It looks so good!
This is too easy.
Oh, I'm really happy to see it synced up to the audio. That's awesome. Okay. So, thankfully, what we're really dealing with here... Let me just chop off the excess here once the actual audio ends so that we can get, like, a clean product. So, now from here, we're just going to be locking the... Why can I not right-click this? There we go. Remove frames. There we are. So we're going to lock this and this as well. We're going to create a new layer, and I think what I want to start on first is just the body, because all this really does is kind of oscillate between 2 frames, so that's going to be really, really easy to get in-betweens done on. So that's what I want to get out of the way first. So now that we have all the timing for these keyframes sorted out, basically what I'm going to do, I wish I could zoom in on this so you guys could see. I love how the gasp looks. I love it too. It's a very good expression. But yeah, I want to look at this fast forwarded. Incredible. Let's see. What was I gonna say? Right, so I wish I could zoom in on this more, but basically what I'm gonna do is now that I have these storyboard things keyed out, I'm just gonna do the same kind of convert to blank keyframes above it so that we can draw over it. And because now that we've done this with our storyboard pieces, this gives us like an idea of what the timing of everything is going to be, and we can base the actual animation around the timing of where we place these storyboard parts. I don't know if that's necessarily like the smartest way to go about it, but you know, that's the way I'm doing it, and it seems to be going pretty well so far for me, so I don't see any other cartoon idiots in here trying to tell me what to do. This is too easy! Okay, that ought to do it. This gasp really does look good. It's... Okay, so also, in case I forget this, somebody remember to remind me this, because I posted this work in progress thing in the Donkey Kong Reanimated channel, and people thought it looked great, but there was one single suggestion, and that is these eyebrows right here. When his head turns, they really don't move at all, but then when he's like talking, they're like out. So I need like a smooth transition to them starting flat and then going like out as he turns around. I don't think I'll forget that, but in case I do, somebody, you know, put a pin in that. Because I'm doing the body first, I might forget it, I don't know. Anyways, body, let's see. So usually what I like to do, because... Hood, eyebrows, get skeleton finger. What I like to do is because the storyboard line art is like a thick black, I actually kind of like to go, I might turn off the background here too. I actually like to go over it with like kind of a neon brush, so let's see. Oh my god, I forget how to use brushes. I can't believe this. Okay, we're good. So we'll use, I have no idea, I guess I'll use a green, sure. Oh, let me actually go to the Smash website too, smashbros.com. Let me grab a reference of K. Rool's new render, because now that we're doing like the clean line art, I want to make sure that it's like based on his latest appearance, as it were. So let me go grab that. Fighters, King K. Rool. Oh, guys, he's looking so good. He's doing amazing, sweetie. Where can I get like an image of this though? Can I open a new tab? I can't. How do I get the King K. Rool Smash render? Because on the Smash 4 site, you could just literally just drag off the web page and save it from there. But, not so easy with this one. Well, here's like a bunch of fan renders, but the real one isn't here. There's like everything except the Smash Ultimate render. There's like a fucking Smashified. There's some DeviantArt King K. Rool inflation as predicted, but no Smash Ultimate. Let me actually type in Smash Ultimate. Maybe that'll help. No, it's still not here, and as a matter of fact, this has given us more King K. Rool inflation. Great. Great, the robot. Ew! Okay, I'm looking elsewhere. I think Steve Miles tweeted out the render. Let me grab it from him. Tweet that. I guess I am kind of browsing Twitter on stream after all, aren't I? Let me turn on the storyboard so you guys have something a little more interesting to look at in the meantime. Why is Twitter not loading here? There we go. Steve Miles. There he is, at Winky Steve. Oh, he's been like retweeting a bunch of awesome King K. Rool fan art. That's awesome. That said, I found the render. Would browsing Twitter count as IRL streaming? Everything on the internet is in real life. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Anyways, I found it. Oh, this is large though. As he should be. Okay, let me actually put this maybe on the background layer. Where'd it go? Okay. I have to unlock this to paste it. Yeah, it's getting a little too big here, so let me go into properties and... there we go. Scale. Like 20. Just, you know, plop him in the corner. A little bit of a reference, because, like, this is like an old... like a classic Sonic Chaos Emerald looking thing. And he's got, like, patterns on his cape, and, like... apparently this golden part is, like, an armor? I always thought that was, like, part of his body, but I have to, like, think about that now. This changes everything. Everyone is here. Okay, also, let me find some more music here that is maybe not from Tropical Freeze. Let me grab the DK Isle theme from DK64. That's always some chill music. Or does that require a face cam? I wouldn't know. Do I look like a face cam head to you? I actually might want to move this like closer to what I'm drawing so I don't have to scroll so far. Okay. God, the scrolling in this is so chunky. I wish it was smooth. Okay. Lock, body. Okay. Let's dive in. He's got hard titty armor to protect his soft heart. Okay, let's see. So I guess we'll kind of start with that little diamond shape there. Or more so, hexagon shape. Also, before I do anything, where's the brush settings here? Properties? B. There we go. I gotta change this to like, I don't know, 4 or something. Because I don't want it to be looking too thick. Okay, 3 should be enough. With Photoshop, I like to use a minimum of 5 because that's raster, but with Vector, you really don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Okay. Congrats, you did it. Kinda looks like a rupee, actually. From Zelda. I wonder if there are, like, any other animators in the Donkey Kong Reanimated project that are like, well, fuck, now King K. Rool looks different. I guess if they're, like, basing it off the cartoon, though, then it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna do this Croco justice. Just gonna get all the details. I'm gonna go all out here. Well, I guess this outer bit has to... Okay, hold on now. Oh, I forgot Command Y is the redo button in Flash. That's very, very weird. Yeah, I gotta like... Where's the eraser? There it is. Oh, this is gonna take some learning, that's for sure. The eraser, huh? Okay. How do I change the size of the eraser, though? Because it's not in properties. Library. Why is it... Let me stretch this out so I can see more. Yeah, this is like properties about the project, though. Like, if I hit the brush, right, it'll show me this screen, and, you know, I can change the color, I can do, you know, fucking, I don't know, brush, I can change the size, and then I hit E for eraser, and then that goes away. How do I change the eraser size? Wait a second, zoom size with stage? This is the fucking... Wait, do I want to do this? Yes, I actually do. I actually want that to be on. Never mind. I don't need to be angry about that. So where does the eraser size go? How do I toggle that? I guess it just scales to whatever the size of the... But I don't want that. Or there's the eraser shape. You can kind of pick from like a couple of pre-selected sizes, but I don't know why they wouldn't just use a slider like they do with the brushes. Weird. Anyways, let's see. So I'm just gonna like erase some space here. Oh man, I don't know if I misvectored too much. Because sometimes when you start erasing lines and trying to redo stuff, sometimes you end up with like some really finicky looking things like this. And I get very, very picky about things like this. I always like a uniform line weight, so this is like my worst nightmare. Okay, because now I can do this. There we go. Mostly. Okay, cool. Well... This so it begins. Or rather, so it ends. So begins the end of any meaningful progress. Okay. I don't know, whatever. Whatever, I don't care anymore. And we'll do the same here. Really like size this properly though. Like if I want this effect, then I have to have like the curvy lines go like more horizontal towards the bottom. Kind of like that, I guess. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Okay, okay. It's salvageable. We good. I actually don't know if I like that any better than what I had before, but you know, whatever. Okay, and for this, I'm gonna actually just ignore the presence of the head, because the mouth has like holes in it, and I just like, if in the circumstance where we actually see like other parts of K. Rool's body, I don't want to leave like any blank slots. So we're essentially just gonna draw like a headless K. Rool and then put the head on top of that, because again, it's able to be animated on its own. So we're just gonna do that for now. Well, what about all the people? What about all the other animators though in the Donkey Kong Reanimated project that are gonna give him like big funny nipples? What's gonna happen to them? Because apparently this is armor, and I don't see any nipples here, Sakurai. What's he hiding? Are King K. Rool's nipples the secret mode? I think so. I don't know. I'll just do it like it looks there. Oh, this is gonna be a hell of a curve to pull off. This is why I hate Vector. Because if you want to like redo a line and you like erase it part way through, it's like, it's a lot harder to just kind of erase a line and then continue part way through it. Smash Tour 2! Okay, there we go. Alright, I think that's a decent rendition of his appearance. I actually haven't put together a palette for how I want K. Rool's colors to look, but I don't know if we can get to that yet. Let's just focus on getting like these body frames sorted out, and then we can see what needs to be done. There's his little cape. Oh, actually, it's kind of clipping through that. There we go. So how exactly does it look here? Oh, fuck you! Ugh. You know what? I've got a good idea for how I want to do this. I'll leave it blank for now. But it's actually, I think I've got a good idea for getting that pattern on really easily. Oh no, I have to like actually draw his toes. I didn't go to that length in the storyboard, and now I have to. Oh boy. This is like the biggest problem that I ran into when I was doing the storyboarding earlier, so this might be what fucking capsizes this whole project. Why does this start earlier up then? He does have 3 toes, right? Smash Render, can you confirm? 3 toes confirmed, baby. Okay, hold on. I can save this. Save, baby. Okay. Let's see. So as far as the body goes, looks like that's our first frame. Turn off the storyboard. There it is. There's our man. There's our lad. Since Bowser's walking upright, someone has to do whatever the fuck his running animation in Melee was. What was his running animation in Melee? Okay, well now I gotta like think about the way this body moves. Well, the hands go down. I guess I'll start with this little bit again. This little rupee. Okay, and I'll make this face the camera a little bit more. Oh, you know, I can use like the comma keys to just quickly go back and forth without having to mouse down. This is actually much better than Photoshop's timeline features, which is a shame because, you know, I use Photoshop timeline so frequently. Like, you know what I mean? There's always like trade-offs with the way Flash works and trade-offs with the way Photoshop works, and there's certain things that are better about the other, and I just wish that I could have like the perfect mix of the two as far as animation goes. Oh, thank you, Stay Hydrated Bot. Okay, let's see. It's kind of gonna fall down here a little bit more. Okay, shoulders are gonna go up. It might actually be too late to add like meaningful definition to his arms, because like the storyboard is like based off of other stuff. I don't think I'll make the top as like egg shaped. I'll make it a little more rounder, but you know, don't think I have too much of a choice as far as other things go. Okay. Let's get his little clawsies sorted out. He turned into a car. Right, because you gotta like kind of round it up like this because of the little rims at the sides. Like that, rather than having it be sharp angles. Although the bottom of this does look a little odd. Okay. He hunched over, it played a motor sound, and he slid across the ground? Melee, what the fuck did you do? What'd you do to him? Speaking of, why does Bowser look the way he does in Smash Ultimate? Why? But why? I don't know, I feel like I liked the way he looked in Smash 4, but like they made him look... I don't like just like the colors that they're using on him. I don't know. I feel like he looked nicer before. Now he looks like crusty and melee-y again. So this part's probably gonna go up. Might be a little too sharp, but okay. Now let's keep that generally similar to the previous frame. Okay. I think he looks good. He looks menacing, but also like he actually fits in with the Mario characters. I guess so. I don't mind like the model. It's just, I don't know, just like the shade of yellow that they're using for his scales. It's like more brown than like the kind of golden yellow that it was in 4. I don't know. Sakurai's always been weird about Bowser. Like how he makes Godzilla noises, but then Bowser Jr. makes the noises he's supposed to make. Why'd you do this, Sakurai? What have you done to him? I don't like the way his belly button changes shape. I gotta make sure it's like very close to the original. Otherwise it looks like it's like weirdly shape-shifting. And that makes me intensely uncomfortable. So if the shoulders are going up, the cape's probably gonna go up too. Okay, tail goes up as well. Kind of wagging his tail. The DDD tease is even funnier when you recall DDD is voiced by Sakurai himself. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people point that out. That's good. He knows exactly what he's doing. At least these feet didn't end up being as big of a problem as I thought they were going to be. Alright, let's see how that transition looks. It's alright. So let's turn off the storyboard. Let's see how the snap between these two frames looks. Yeah, I'd say that's looking pretty alright. But you see, now comes the challenge of in-betweening. Okay, so this is going to be interesting to do because it's actually... the timing is a little bit different than I thought it was going to be because... Okay, let me like sketch out what I'm trying to get across here. So when you've got like a keyframe here and a keyframe here, right? Usually, the easiest way to go about keyframing is literally to just do the one in between, and then do two more between that, and if you need to, then two more between those, and so on and so on. The problem arises when the timing isn't just one in between, but it's actually two that you gotta fill in, because then you gotta like think of the timing like a lot differently in terms of like how you keyframe things and how you fill in the lines. Because usually, the way you would do an in-between is you would see one line here, and another line here, you would use onion skinning, and then you would literally draw the line that goes there. Not too bad. But, so that kind of applies, again, to that first principle that I just described as the most pleasant way to in between. But if it's gotta be like this, then it's a little harder to map things out. Absolutely doable, but you know me. Okay, so let's convert this to its own keyframe. Let's convert this to its own keyframe and blank both. Let's see, clear keyframe. Oh, hold on now. I just want to delete the contents of said keyframe. Eh? Oh, I see. I have to convert this to a keyframe, and then these two can go. Gotcha. Clear, right? Nope, that just actually merged them. So I have to... Why would clear do that? Okay, so I just have to like manually delete the contents of each then. Great. Remove frames. Not remove frames. This is proving to be a little... What the fuck? I guess he's got green titties now. What the hell did I just turn on? Okay, well, whatever it is, just went away again, so... Go to keyframe. It's actually... What the hell is going on here? Wait, what happened here? Who did this to him? Why is his foot like this? Uh-oh, can I delete that? I guess I can. Weird. But why? Also, I think I turned on night shift for some reason. Okay. Well, how do I get out of this now? How do I get back into the body? No body. There we go. I don't know what I did to cause that to happen to his final toe, but okay. There we go. That ought to do it. So now we cut this and put it here so that we have these on the center of these 3 keyframe long pieces. So now we're going to turn... Okay, storyboard is already turned off, so let's turn on some onion skinning. Alright, so let's see. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Wait a second though. I might be able to cheese this, because as I said before, the most opportune way to go about it is this, then one in between, then so on and so on, right? But, what if I were to still treat it like this, but then do this, so that we still have the 2-frame gap that we need, but the timing shifts so that it's actually, like, not robotic? Like, the movement to here has, like, more gentleness between it. Like, you can see, like, a bit of a smoother transition. And then when it goes to this one, it's a little bit harder of, like, a snap. So I think that's gonna, like, actually be a good thing, because it serves the motion of, like, the he-he-he-ing. I think that's gonna work out well. Maybe it's not all doom and gloom quite yet. Let's see how that turns out. Let's give it a shot. Alright. I wanna... Maybe green was the wrong color to use for this, because the onion skinning is also set to green. I still seem to be able to tell the difference decently enough. Okay. I don't know, these lines are like real close. Okay. Oh, interesting. I don't want to draw the arms before I do the cape. Or the hands? There's a lot going on here. I'm a little worried that the in-betweens on this little cuff here are gonna end up looking a little shape-shifty because of just like the differences in how I drew them from frame to frame. But we'll just do these in-betweens for now. We'll see how it turns out when the time comes. Might have to get a little trial and error with it. I gotta do the smooth thing down here. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. That should actually be good. I might not have to do that. Oh man, the difference from frame to frame when it comes to the titties is actually coming to be quite fine. Wait, hold on. I might have actually forgotten a line here. Let me turn off the onion skinning and turn the storyboard back on. Gotta do this line right here. Turn that off, turn the onion skinning. Okay, there we go. That should do the trick. Then now get in between, like so. Okay. This hand's pretty easy. Oh no, this is a fine line. Might get a little bit of jittering there, but I don't think it should be too much of a problem. Okay. You know, it took us a while to get here, but I'm glad that we're finally like in the keyframing. Not even the keyframing, just like the in-betweening process, because honestly, that's just like the most relaxing of this. Like, it's drawing, but without, you know, being bad at it, you know? Like, all the lines that you gotta do are just like, you know, it's figured out for you. It's a lot harder to fuck shit up, I guess, which is good for me as somebody who does fuck things up artistically a lot. Can I get this going right? Okay, cool. Oh, you can rotate the canvas, good to know. So what undoes that? Escape? Command 0? It's Command 0, okay. Yep, okay. And that right there is an in-between frame. Look at that. So now we've got one more to do. So here's what happens. So these two frames were right next to each other before, but now I'm going to actually move it over and draw an in-between between the original frame and the in-between that we just did, thus creating a smooth transition. That's animation, baby. Although I might want it actually to just include this frame and this frame. Like that. Okay. That way we're not too cluttered with which frames you're trying to focus on in between. Man, I sure did accidentally get the timing of how, or when I ended up doing this animation though pretty spot on. Because, like, imagine if I got to this before they announced K. Rool and they, like, changed his design and I ended up drawing something different. Maybe it's a good thing I waited as long as I did. Okay. Titty. There we go. I wonder how this is going to turn out. Haven't quite seen it in action yet, so... The first time I play this with the new in-betweens is going to essentially be the finished product, so... Or at least the line work. I might have wanted to go with, a brush size of 2 here, actually. I feel like this is still maybe a little too thick for my liking. You know, as is K. Rool in general. But, you know, I usually like to work with lines a little bit thinner than this, but... I was saying earlier that redrawing vector lines can be a pain in the ass when you, like, erase them partway through. And I think having them as thick as they are actually kind of counteracts that effect, so... Maybe it's not all so bad. There goes DK Isle. Damn, that's been going for half an hour, huh? Okay. Okay, kids, let's see. I'm just filling a couple more lines here and here. Okay, let's get something else playing. Any requests? Well, Creme Isle's right here. Gee, it's kinda spooky. This is a tough in-between to get. There's little room for error here. Okay. And the same goes for this. Man, it's awesome that DK64 got the representation that it did in Smash. You really don't see, Western developed games get the same kind of attention that the Japanese developed games do, even if it's like, you know, it's all Donkey Kong, but you know what I mean? It feels like the rare stuff always got a little bit less attention. But seeing that in DK Isle thing, in K. Rool's Final Smash is like, I don't know, just listening to this music's making me think of that, and I'm like, damn, that's cool to see. Thanks, Sakurai. It's got big rep, it's his Final Smash. That's what I'm getting at! Because usually that's not the case, but now that that's in his Final Smash, it's like, it makes you think about how it's different. Because, like, if you think about other Smash games, then that's usually not the case. I think you could agree with that. And stuff like seeing Shovel Knight, too. It's wild. Also, play the Tropical Freeze's first silhouette level theme next. Gotcha. Well, isn't that Busted Bayou? I was just playing that for like 15 minutes. Unless I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, the specific like level name, because this is going to be going for a while, if you can like get at me with the specific level name, that would be a huge help. Okay. Fucking Kermit looking ass. Guys, I'm really scared to see what King K. Rool would look like if he were to take off his armor. And not just because that means he would be truly naked, but also because I'm trying to like visualize it, and I literally can't. I cannot think of King K. Rool without the yellow belly. What if he just takes it off and it's like a concave shape, like a Mr. Potato Head looking ass hole. Like he looks like this now, but then if you were to take it off, it would just be like a big hole shaped like this. And then you would have his legs. Because that's what it feels like to me, and that scares me. It's an empty void. When he takes it off, the screams of the damned escape from within. All the DeviantArt users, he's Vord. I gotta get a cleaner in between here. There we go. Staring into him belly only brings madness. Okay, looks like that covers that in between. Which means we can see how the final thing looks. Look at that. But now, the real challenge comes in converting all of these to blank keyframes so that they're all singles now. And all we gotta do is just kind of repeat this little process here. Oh, there's the final look. That seems pretty laughing to me. Alright. So now we just rinse and repeat this pasting process until we get to the end of this little sequence. I don't know, guys. I think that's looking pretty slick. Guys, I think that's looking pretty good. Also, Nor is so evil. Like, evil pick castle and everything. I kind of love it. Oh, Femi, did you end up picking up Conquest? Yeah, they're like the bad guy kingdom. They're the bad guys. But it's also where Keaton is, so... This is a good giggle. That came out well. But for this last little bit where he like rests from, or is this the gasp? That is the gasp. Yeah, it's the storyboard timing here that I'm looking at. Let me turn off the, no, let me turn this off for a second then. Yeah, so I might, in between these as well, just to get it like the other way around, but I might have that frame all like existing elsewhere. I don't think I do though. I was one of the special few who got the special edition. I got Conquest first as well, but yeah, I probably should have gotten the special edition first. The special edition Femi just includes all 3 routes on the 1 cartridge, that's all. So that you don't have to get the DLC things. Okay, I guess we got one more keyframe to do after all. Although, without it, what does it look like? Just to make sure that we're going in the right direction with this here. No, this comes back up, so I actually want to cut this and then... Here's what I want to do. I want to play these like in reverse, I think. Why is this? What tool is causing this? This artifact? Oh, that's why. Wait, is it? How do I get rid of these dots? I don't care for them. Properties? I don't see anything that I can really uncheck here. Any flash heads know what's up with that? Okay, I think I fixed it. There we go. So if we just like kind of plop these in like reverse, I think we can have we can kind of cheat a bit of an easing out animation from that. Perfect. Let's see how that looks. Spyro is next month. My soul and inner child wants more non-Mario and Sonic platformers. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about the night before when I was playing Spyro. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's a bit more of like a, I don't know, it's a something. But does it match the proper amount of he's? Or is it gonna be like mistimed from the animation of the head? Spyro is looking cute in the new games? Agreed. I saw someone post like an idle animation a little while ago where he like licks himself like a kitty, and it's cute. So let's see, that's a he. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's the same amount of the storyboard things, but I think we only want like half of that, right? Oh dear, I might have gone about this wrong. Okay, hold on though. I might just have to delete the rest of these, but it's not a lost cause quite yet. Yeah, because I want the raising of the shoulders to be the same amount of raises that the head gets, and if it's mismatched, then the body's just going to be moving like at double the speed that the head is, and I would not like that. Rayman got some love recently, and good for him. Did he? What happened with Rayman? I'm subscribed to the GDC YouTube channel, and I saw a thing that they posted a little while ago called Reinventing Rayman. Is it perhaps related to that? Also, I think I want these frames to go in reverse. Like so. So that he's coming down for the laugh, and then the following he goes back up rather than... Yeah, I think that's better than... That's kind of what I intended initially. Okay. So now if we set that to the 1, 2, 3, and then get rid of these 1, 2, 3s, and then have this carry. Okay, I might have to set this all to just a clear keyframe, just wipe a clean slate, because I have these all going on 1s. Oh, how do I might have to just remove all of these then. Great. That shouldn't be too much work to redo though. But if I do it like this, and maybe add one more in between, then I can probably make this work. Alright, let's see. It's getting a little more complex than I initially intended, but whatever works. Whatever I need to make it work, I guess. Yeah, and I thought the in-between lines were getting fine before. Right, I want to do the shoulder before the cape so that the line has something to run into. I'm here. Oh shit, Roach came here. Oh shit, I think he left again, but he said, I'm here to say that Okami releases in a few hours, and H. That is all. Is he still here? Oh shit, he is. Wow. I haven't seen him in the streams in a while. Thanks for stopping by. Damn, H is right. I didn't notice that for a while. Also, apparently, he's still a mod. Neat. Yeah, though, I'm excited for Okami. I don't think I'll be playing it tonight, but definitely tomorrow. Tonight, we gotta devote our time to another croc. Although, Okami isn't a fucking crocodile, so I don't know if that makes any sense. Actually, I know it doesn't, so fuck. There's no way out of this one. Unfunny streamer confirmed. Yeah, though, I actually did check my Switch earlier tonight, though, because I saw a Nintendo JP tweet that said Okami is already out, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I'll stream that tonight, but apparently the NA launch time is a little bit different, so... Yeah, though, that's definitely gonna be, like, the first thing I do tomorrow. I've been, like, you saw Roach in here. You know, he's been hyping that up for me for forever now, so it's like, you know, the time has come. It's time to see what all the fuss is about. There we go. I have to wonder what playable Cranky would be like. Maybe have a final smash of him being his 8-bit self chucking barrels. Holy shit, the lore! Playable Cranky would be cool, but I don't think they could get away with that anymore. I don't think people are as welcoming to Cranky-related announcements as they perhaps once were. Not after the Game Awards, that's for sure. I don't know, I feel like if you do get another DK series rep, I still think it's probably going to be like a Dixie Kong Echo fighter. Cause I feel like if we do get more DK characters, it's going to be Echoes. And I'm not sure who Cranky would end up being an echo of, you know? I feel like there's a lot more similarities between Dixie and Diddy than there are anybody else, you know? Also, did you ever get back to me with the name of that song? I can't remember, I only remember DK Isle. First silhouette level? Yeah, I don't know what the name of that stage. Do some research, I don't know. If it's like 1- bonus, then it's probably the one that I'm thinking of. Busted Bayou. Or he tells long stories that KO everyone. Nothing can match Cranky's back in my day stories and speeches. They are also a romantic couple, so love in Smash. Dixie also plays the electric guitar. I don't know which stage you're asking about when it comes to... When I said what stage, I was asking what Itz was talking about when he said this. Play the Savannah level to be sure instead. Will do. I can do that. I was just talking about the silhouette thing that Itz was urging me to play music from. But yeah, Dixie's great. She's my favorite in Choppable Freeze, and just, you know, my favorite in general, so she deserves... Whoa, shit. Okay, let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 on 2s. So 3, 4, 5. And a skip. Then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right-clicking on when you select multiple keyframes can be kind of weird. Okay, so let's dish these frames out to another sequence, and let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, I think it looks better. Although I might do one more in between. Let me get it going like one more time just to be sure. The DK rap will come soon enough. Yeah, the timing on that is a lot better, because before it was like double time. Do that after, then follow it up with Diddy drop rap for double rap goodness. Okay, will do. Okay, so as far as the body goes, I think we're good. But before I copy and paste this a million times, I want to get the colors locked in. So that we don't have to, like, color in the same, you know, million frames when it's really only these that we gotta deal with. So with that, let's actually pop open Photoshop and put together a palette. Let's see. This should just be like a small, like, 500 by 500. You know, it'll be 1,000 by 1,000. 1,000 by 500. Best of both worlds. Okay, let's see. So I usually like to work with a brush size of 100 when I do palettes. So as far as K-Rool's color, maybe like get the back... Oh, yeah. Let's open up the background too so that we can have like a harmony with the colors here. I'll just fucking squish it, whatever. Okay. So it's gonna be like... Oh god. I mean, Apple Watch Green is a pretty good go-to. Let's see how that looks. I also might want to up the spacing, so that we can get a real blob. You know, like, these are some... That's what I would start with. Then, like, a cape. Some eyes. Here's a little gem. And then maybe, like, adjust that from there. Let's get the color picker on this, too. Yeah, and then just kind of modify that from there. Give it a little tail, some feet. Okay. You want to make this maybe like a little oranger and a little closer to here, maybe. Like that. Yeah, nicer. Maybe a little closer to yellow again. Yeah, that's much better. I think the green is fine now. It's just the way the yellow contrasted with it that made me think otherwise. Okay, so might make the green a little bit darker actually as well. But the green's pretty damn spot on. As is the cape, I think. And then if we use a real yellow for that, for like the zigzag. And then turn the background back on. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay, so we'll take this monstrosity and we'll name it Palette. That's PNG. And we'll throw that into the project as well. Don't save, blah blah blah. Okay. Import to library, palette. So now we can just have this pinned here and then use the color picker to get what we need. So first things first though, let's set the lines to a good old black. I think you just click the frame and select. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay. Let's get to coloring. See, so now when we do this, we just gotta click one of these and then it'll fill in just like that. Or will it? I guess it won't. Why? Okay, let me grab a separate layer and make this palette then. Maybe it has to be on the library for it to actually pull plat it. There we go. Oh, it's locked. That's why I didn't. Okay, hold on. Eh? It's invisible now? The layer's not set to be invisible. Why is this? I do not understand. Why? Oh, I see. No, it should work now. Okay. Lock that in. Even here, it doesn't want to grab the colors. Why? Why doesn't it want to grab the colors? What's going on? You can see it like flickering, but then it snaps back to black. Does it have to be unlocked? It's so strange. Oh no, now it works. I guess it was just because it was locked? Weird. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting to move on. Okay. Let's actually bring this a little bit closer to what we're coloring in too, so that we don't have to scroll around quite as often. Okay, there we go. Perfect. A little bit up though, just the boundaries out of the way. Oh, this is gonna look great once it's all colored in and ready to go. Okay, now we can just operate off of the previous frame, so we can get rid of the palette layer and just zoom in. Come off of that too. Okay. I might switch songs as it's requested here as well. This is basic, like it's 26 out of 29 minutes. I may as well. Okay, Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze. What's the name that I'm thinking of? Savannah, I don't know. It's called Bright Savannah. Gotcha. It's called Grassland Groove, actually. Okay, there you go, there's your music. Man, what do we do to deserve Tropical Freeze? What a goddamn triumph of a game. Also, let me turn this on a little bit more, but more importantly, actually, I might actually, as far as the coloring in of this goes, I might do it like kind of one color at a time, so that I don't have to keep going back and using the color picker repeatedly. Like, instead of getting the whole thing done at once, I'll just like do all the frames that have this color and then move on to the next, you know? Like this. So that way I can get like all the colors done at once, thus optimizing the frame time. So is there like a playlist of all of King K. Rool's songs from the Donkey Kong Country show? Because I feel like... Oh wait, I didn't follow my own rule. Because I feel like that would be not only the Diddy Drop Drap... The Diddy Drop... The Diddy Drop Drap. Not only would that be good to revisit, but I think just K. Rool's general discography. You know? Okay, so there's all of those. Let's get Kate next. Bring them on? Well, I fully intend to. My question is just like, you know, where are they? Is there a playlist? And if so, can somebody hook me up with it? Oh, this line's looking really weird. Might go back to that after I'm done coloring everything in. There's a lot more overlapping lines than I remember there being. Anyways, holy shit. That's a bouncy body. That Be the Bad Guy song? Oh yeah. I remember that one. Let's see, what was the one that I wanted to... Oh, there's a couple of weird squiggles. I'll just leave it. It's whatever. So now, let's distribute this across these frames. Oh, I think I pasted this in properly. It's gotta be Command-Shift-B so that it pastes based on position. Yeah, like that. And I'll do it for like the full length of all of these here, just so that I can... Yeah, okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the whole sequence in. That's 4, and then 5, and then... Here. Great. That should be all of them. Which is indeed the 5 he's that we were aiming for, so brilliant. Okay, let's see how it looks. Let's see that body jiggle. Oh, it did an autosave. Great. And it's not quite timed to the... It's close, but it's like a teensy bit off, you know what I mean? And then for this frame, we can just have it locked to the one singular keyframe, which should be just like this, right? If the storyboard serves us correctly. And indeed it does, okay.
This is too easy.
You know what, when it's paired with the head, I think we'll be fine.
This is too easy.
You know what? We've actually got all of the body animation that we need for the entire sequence. So let's fill out the rest of this too while we're at it, because it just stays still here and then it goes back to this pose. So that's like nothing. Okay, let me go grab the DK wrap, followed by the Diddy drop wrap.
Okay.
Okay! Sorry, I couldn't stop myself. You know how rare sound design be. Okay, so let's see. Where is my mouse? There it is. So it's still here, and then he does a gasp. Okay, so that's like nothing. I'll turn this up a little bit.
This is too easy. This is too easy.
He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of
This is
the
too easy. This is too easy. This is too
He'll make you smile when
This is too easy.
finally he's here for you. It's the last member of the DK crew. This song's so strong, it isn't funny. Can make a gremlin cry out for fun. Can pick up a boulder with relative ease. Makes crushing routes seem such a breeze. He may move slow, he can't jump high, but this Kong's one hell of a guy. Come on, Cranky, take it to the
They said I swear.
walnuts, peanuts,
This Kong fucks.
grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah, walnuts, peanuts, hide up the smell. Grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah,
Oof. Okay, congrats. There's your rap. And I guess also the title screen theme, which is pretty decent, but it is not the Diddy drop rap. And this one I'll actually put into a pip window because it deserves that presence.
Why are we going through the mountains? Cold-bloodedness. Those banana-brain baboons won't expect to see us advancing from the mountains. Now, quick! My footsies are getting cold.
DK, slow down. There's no one chasing us.
And I want to keep it that way. Get him! Looky here, look what I got. Don't think I won't let little Diddy drop.
Hold it now, hold it now, hold it right there. You wouldn't drop, couldn't drop, you wouldn't dare.
I'm a reasonable, raving, derangeable despot. I'll tell you what, we'll trade like a stock exchange. Wheel and deal, how's that deal? It's a steal. Diddy for the coconut for Diddy.
Don't do it. He's bluffing, I hope.
I guarantee you see, there's no pity for Diddy. No blubbing, no blubbing, no blubbing, no blubbing.
Wait a sec, what the heck? Let us make a trade. Give me my little buddy and we'll stop this escapade.
Diddy for the coconut for Diddy. I'm going to count to 10 and it's up to you then. A one. This is fun.
DK, beware. Take care. It's a snare. Just go.
I unironically love this video so much. Me too, honestly. It's really grown on me. K-Rool's great.
Do or my little buddy's through. Give up the coconut or else he's gonna drop you.
Touching I may cry, don't you see? Do I hear three? Let him drop and then we'll
I'm sorry, what was that sound? Is it just part of the song?
Gotta think what to do or my little buddy's through. Give up the coconut or else he's gonna drop you.
Touching, I may cry. Don't you see? Do I hear three?
Oh, I guess it's part of the video. Sure.
Do I hear three?
Three.
A three make 'em diddy frequency.
Hey, big buddy, did you see? Did you see? You can save the coconut save me.
Four.
Wait, there's more. Got a plan, got a trick. You can use your big foot. Hit him with the big foot kick.
What?
Five. That's no dive. Take a dive. 6 and 7. Time to let it listen.
Come on, big buddy, use your big foot kick.
I get it. I
Use
get
your
it,
big
little
foot
buddy,
kick.
That's slick, but I got 2 coconuts, so which one do I pick?
8.
Wait, I have to concentrate.
9.
I decide, do or die, running out of time.
10. Time to end this drama.
Here goes nothing but Nana Slammer.
He broke my coconut.
He broke my coconut! Also, why are these dots here again? Can I make them leave, please?
Be there. Nice kick, big buddy.
So how do I manage to make this, like, not do the thing where it, like, makes each thing it's... Oh, I had object drawing mode on? Off. Object drawing is the J key, so if I do this, then... Does that mean that all of this is, like, useless now? Can I merge these all into one object, though? Is that possible? Like, if I cut this and then paste it. No, they're all their own objects. But I did the work. I drew the frame. Give it back. So they charge DK and then are behind K. Rool. Do we see them move backwards? This is important. This is an important question to ask. Also, the Femi's Diddy Kong losing his shit emote is very good. Because that's a mood right now. Why are these all their own objects? Don't do that. Give me back my K. Rool. Well, I can't color these in if they're all their own objects. Alright, I guess I have no choice then, do I? Great. Okay, so now it all works. Now it works for real. Great, my favorite. Alright, well, I don't know what other music to play, so... I don't know, I feel like we kind of peaked with the Diddy Drop rap. Let me see if I can find anything else here. Oh, we do have King K. Rool's Finest Hour. I don't think it's as funny or it slaps as hard as the Diddy Drop rap, but it is K. Rool content, nonetheless.
It's great to be a king. I seem to have a knack for taking everything I want and giving nothing back. I'll take away your jellies. I'll take away your jams. Have a nice vacation when I take your travel plans. Now that I have the power, this is my finest hour. Nothing on this earth can stop me now. Everything is mine. I finally have control. Excuse me, I hope I don't sound too droll. I'll take your color TVs and the bananas, if you please, and I'll put an end to this silly world peace. Fools, while I watch you cower, this is my finest hour. Makes you on my hook, just like a worm. Before I crush you like a bug, come over here and give me a hug. It gives me so much joy to watch you squirm.
Never mind, I think I made a grave mistake in playing King K. Rool's Finest Hour. Also, thank you, Stay Hydrated Bot. That's very nice of you. What else we got here? What other Kong tent do we have here? I don't know, what's some fucking let me get some more yeah, I said the DK64 title theme was good. Let's grab that.
Donkey Kong.
What an incredible sound font. Can you imagine a game, like a modern game from these days, doing a sound font like this? I can't, but they should. There we go. Now this should work. Let's see. Reminds me of Lisa, to be honest. Interesting comparison, but you're not wrong. Okay. So now let's click this layer. And now let's make the liner black. Yeah, okay, now it works. Great. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about with wanting to draw the entire body here, because we can see through a lot of his mouth, so that's kind of why I wanted like the head behind it, like that. Okay. And I believe we can also repurpose this frame for this. No, not that's the Pingu Noop Noop frame for this frame. There we go. Making a little bit of progress then. Man, I guess I am kind of picking up on the Lisa vibes, aren't I? You're not wrong.
This is too easy.
What an absolute icon. Oh, you know what? Let me give him like... Oh, not that. But that is the color I want. Oh, how do you do the thing where it's like... You draw within the selection? How do you do that? I think I have to do it on a different layer. Something like that, right? No, I'm thinking of this the wrong way. Never mind. There's a way to do it, but it completely escapes me. I wouldn't even know where to begin, so I might just not. Especially because if I do that, then I'll probably have to draw that same effect on that same eye for all of these frames, and that's gonna be... It's gonna be something.
This is too easy.
Let me maybe do some of these lip sync frames first, because those are probably the easier ones to do. Let's see, because if I've been streaming long enough, then I might just save the head turning thing for another time, but this is really only the halfway mark, so we should have time for everything. Which is actually pretty wild news. There is a chance that I could just finish this whole thing tonight. I feel like this shouldn't be as blurry as it is. I wonder what happened here. Oh, and of course I gotta give K-Rool his luscious eyelashes too. Because I can't stop myself, no matter what the character. Maybe a little too thick though. These fucking monkey screams. There we go. Beautiful. Because he's worth it. Choose a dang file already. Hey, Circaboon. I'll switch it up. For some reason, there's like very little DK64 music coming up in the related videos here. Which is a damn shame. How about this? Yeah, hey Circaboon, we're animating the K-Rool thing that I was working on last Galaxy Gallery. This is what we have so far. Actually, this is what we have so far. We got his body in.
This is too easy.
Looks good. Thank you. Oh man, the fucking... The ambient noises in this game are very very rareware. Let's turn the body back off so I can get the lower half of the head here. So how come nobody talks about this rendition of Jungle Japes? Cause it, slaps? Also, I haven't put his nostrils in yet. I gotta remember to do that for all of these. I'll actually go back and do that right now for one frame where he gasps. Give him his little banana-shaped eyes. Okay. And his teeth. Let's see. Let's go back here. Yeah, look, they're missing. Gotta grab them. I'll just draw like little lines. That should be fine. Okay, so if I go back here, grab the color from that, plop it down back into here. K is the color. Oh, I see him on the wrong layer. Why can I not go back onto this layer? What's wrong? It's like stuck on palette. Uh-oh, did Flash freeze? Guys, wait. Oh, palette is locked or hidden. There's a pop-up that showed up on my other display, and it wouldn't let me use input until I, gave it my answer. That said, I haven't saved a single time, so let's do that. Yeah, always remember to Command S, that's for sure. If I had lost the entire stream's worth of process, I would die on stream. I don't know, I feel like the meatiness of this particular version of Jungle Japes kind of serves as like a benefit. I feel like it works, you know? I feel like MIDI is like at its worst when it's like with stringed instruments or stuff that's like not like particularly well suited to MIDI. But like the sound font that's at play here is like, it really embraces what it is, and it sounds much better for it. I don't know. Like, I usually dislike MIDI, and I'm fine with this. I think this sounds great. See, and then we can like reuse this for all the frames where his mouth is closed. It's brilliant. Always remember to control 4, F4. There's those banana eyes. There we go. His teepees. That do? It's a hell of a do. Oh, there's the 2. Where to? 2. Can I make DK hits to figure out where that one's from? Beautiful. Chat. Discussion time. Would you kiss those lips of King K. Rules? Yes or no? Answer now. How was your day today, Griffin? I mean, the direct went well. I mean, it went well in terms of I liked it, but it went poorly in terms of chat told me the audio was okay when it wasn't, so that kind of sucks. And yes, I did get some sleep, but I got in trouble for it, so fuck. Because I ended up going to sleep at like, you know, like noon, and so when I woke up, I sure caught some flack, which is my favorite. Guess I should get my hearing checked. Well, it's just the way I prefer the audio mixing. Like, I'm definitely if you strain for it, you can hear it. It's just that the source audio is louder than me, and I like my voice to, you know, the way I like to approach audio mixing. I feel like just general rule of thumb for audio mixing is that, you know, if the focus of the content is me speaking, that you should be able to clearly hear it over the other content. And there are many points in that direct where my voice is very quiet in comparison to the audio, and it's like Sakurai speaking over me, you know? Like it's I don't know. I figured out the problem. Like, for some reason I had the desktop audio like turned up from the default, and it was like much louder than I meant for it to be. Because on my end, what I heard was the volume that I meant to hear. Like, I always set my volume to sound. I max out the Soundflower, and then I set this to like halfway. I could fuck around with this and walk you through my audio setup, but I can just first explain. And then in OBS, there's a separate slider for what the stream hears, and usually I have that set to -10 decibels, but during the Smash thing, it was like -4 or -3, so I had no idea that it was louder than I intended it to be. I don't know. I still think that it went well, but it's just, I wish it was easier to hear, you know? That it was a more pleasant viewing experience. Yeesh. Big yeesh. I did say maybe raise you a smidge though. Yeah, but you said that after I was like, I wonder if I should turn the source audio up even more. And then I turned it up even more, and then you said, you know, maybe a smidge. And it was at that point that I turned it back down to that -4 thing that it was at earlier. But it needed to be like -10. like it always is. I don't know what happened to cause me to change it to -4. I really don't. I don't know. There'll always be other directs. Okay, we just gotta get his face, and that should be the last of them. Oh dear, what's going on here? Oh, I think we're trying to like underneath the storyboard right now. Oops. Yeah, let's lock that again. And go here. Actually, is Photoshop still open? It's not, but there's a good like tongue pink that's just like part of the default color palette. I might just grab that instead. Let's see. Like this. What's this color value? Apparently it's called light magenta red, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the hash here. Jesus. Oh, not a black tone. Paste. Perfect. Oh, I'm on the body layer right now. Let's lock that. Oops. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, looks good. Okay, and then the rest of these, let's turn the storyboard look back on, should just be repeat mouth movements. So if we just copy what we've already established, then that should be all of the keyframes for the mouth movement. Because the rest is just opening and closing, right? So there we go. Let's see how that looks. I'm like deselect some of these things. Why? Some of these are still like. They've got like the weird pattern over it when you have it like selected. It doesn't anymore, let's see. Yeah, it's looking good, although there's like. It's not like a black dot, like. Quickly flicker like one of the frames. I might have like accidentally left a dot somewhere. Yep, right there. That's not getting away from me anytime soon. Bow. Turn the background on maybe too. Oh hey JPEG of K rule. I can probably get rid of that too. Also, chat, I got no response as to whether or not you would smooch those lips, and I need a response instantly. Right now. Right now! Jade Peg.
This is too easy.
King the Rule. Okay, so all that's left is the head turning here, and then we're good to go. All things considered, though, I said earlier that I might not even need to do any of these keyframes because I kind of like the simplicity of the mouse movement here. I'm gonna take another I don't know, I kind of like that. Should I do in-betweens and the mouse movements for that, or do you think it looks fine? It's just that the movement of the body here is like really smooth, so I don't know. Oh wow, chat just exploded. I said no, Griffin. No. Corin, yes, I'll look for other scaly gems. I'ma be real with you, Chief. No, would not spooch. Sorry, not sorry. When someone is named after an adjective like cruel, kind of an implied warning. A warning for you. An opportunity to dive in for me. That said, I would not smooch King K. You've passed the test. I might do like one in between, just for like the mouth opening and closing. Like that should be a pretty easy one to do. So let me go to keyframe, get that, get the body, turn on onion skinning, jump off the background, turn off the storyboard. That shouldn't be too much trouble. I think it really needs to be black and bottom. Or it needs to be green and bottom, tracing the storyboard. Should just be able to do this and get more readable lines from the onion skin here. This is going to be a really hard line to indicate because there's really very little room for error. I think one game implies he has a wife, since he said he made that Chaos Robot in DKC3 with his wife's pots and pans. I hate to break it to you, Chief, but K. Rool is gay. Yeah, the rest of the head is like pretty identical, so I just gotta like trace it really, really accurately. I say as my hand shakes all over this. We never see here, but there is or was a Queen K. Rool. Then again, have we seen Bowser Jr.'s mom? Miyamoto said it was him as a joke, but what do you think about it? It was not a joke, he was telling the truth. Shigeru Miyamoto is Bowser Jr.'s mom. Come on in, Mama Shiggy. When's someone gonna commission that? What, pregnant Miyamoto? People have already made art of that. It's too late. That ship has sailed. Maybe his wife and Bowser Jr.'s mom are the same person. Now this is the lore. Somebody's gotta get Robert Conway on the phone. But you could perfect the craft. Why would I want to? The Conumentary Part 2 will come out as soon as TFS finishes. I don't know what that means, Circuit Boom. I don't know that. There we go, there's our in-between. Go away, Doc. TFS equals Team 4-star. Well, sucks for them. Why didn't they get 5 stars?
This is too easy.
Might drag this out to make that 2 frames. Let's see.
This is too easy. This is too easy.
Yeah, I might incorporate the in-between on a couple more instances, although this is still a frame long, it looks like. That's not quite what I intended. Back up, back up. What did I do here? What did I do to the frames? I'm trying to save the frames. Oh, weird. That's not what I'm going to do at all. I think if I move frame here, and then take this, and then bring it all forwards, and then this is ridiculous. And then remove frames here, and then drag it forward again, and then that's what I'm trying to do. I want the closing mount thing to be 2 frames long as all. There we go.
This is too easy.
There we go. And then I'm gonna begin to incorporate that in a couple more places because it's pretty reasonable, if you ask me. So let's see. Okay, there's another spot for it. Let's just convert this to keyframe actually and clear it. Keyframe. There we go.
This is too easy.
Yeah, that's looking much better. Good in between. There's a little bit room. A
a little bit of room for in-betweening, but I think generally I kind of like how the rest of this looks. Although that said, these two mouths are exactly the same when he says this is, and it's very rapid, so it kind of switches between the two frames very quickly. If I actually swap this with this, we can actually have a slight variation on him saying eh instead of, you know, it's. This is... I don't know. Could be worth something. I don't know. Do you think that looks better or worse than what we had before? For the this is part. Because before the mouth used to... This face used to be for this and is. But now, this, it's like a slight difference. Does it look better or worse? YouTube really doesn't care about time dance content like fan rewrites and animation. It prefers volume for whatever reason. I mean, if you guys don't know the history of why they made the changes that they did to the algorithm that affected animators, I can walk you guys through that, because I'm aware of what happened. I know the story. Yeah, it's gone for about the full loop. What else do we got here? What do we got? Gangplank Galleon. Speak of the devil. He's a YouTuber, you see. Oh, for fuck's sake. Inform us? Yeah, okay, so basically, YouTube kind of used to have like this, you could like reply to a video with a video. Like when you would watch a video on YouTube, there would be like a section below that also, some feedback on whether or not that this is looks better or not. You know, whether this little lip syncing bit. So while I explain this, give me your answer on that. But you used to be able to like make replies to videos. You would watch a video and there would be a section beneath it where you could see like replies to that video that people made. And so eventually a phenomenon started called reply girls, where these channels would pop up where the thumbnails would be like these very like, you know, very clickbaity, like their breasts are very in the frame, and then, you know, this is my reply to the, you know, you would go on any popular video and you would see them with like a response to the video. And so you would actually click the video and it has nothing to do with what it's responding to. So eventually these reply girls are making like thousands and thousands of dollars because people would watch those videos for like a split second, realize that it's not related to the content that they clicked on, and then be like, oh, well, I'll click off. But once they click, and like that's the view, that's the dollar. So that's how they were like able to get away with it. So eventually, YouTube cracked down on it and took away the reply feature and changed it so that instead of making money from views, it would be spent on minutes watched, which in theory would be able to crack down on the kind of content that's kind of like misleading, and you know, if you're only watching for a split second and the viewer clicks away, then it's not as valuable as a view where the viewer actually spends the full length of the video there. And that just is generally reflective of what is valued in ad dollars, because alongside that change, there is kind of like a broader change going on, just like with websites in general, where clicks are becoming less valued all over the internet, and where the value kind of shifted was in actual time spent. So it's not about the quantity anymore quite as much of the engagement, but it's about like the quality and you know the length of the engagement really, and that's just what became more valuable, and that's just kind of where we are now. I feel like, you know, with this whole ad blocker situation going on though, I feel like sooner or later we're going to end up getting like a big, like another big paradigm shift like that though, where I think the revenue models of these websites will kind of shift to something else, because just like the amount of people using ad blockers reaches a point where it's like it's not as profitable as it could be for these websites. So I don't know. That's the vibe that I get, that there's change in the wind. if anything, it should just be percentage-based rather than total time. Yeah, I think so too. At least as far as YouTube goes, I think that's the best way to go about it. But that's the thing, because it's not just about, like, that probably would be what's fairer to creators, but by encouraging longer videos like this, it essentially means that viewers will just spend more time on the website because that's like the nature of the content, and if they do that, then that means people will just spend not just, you know, more time watching the one video, but more time on the website in general, which is, you know, just what YouTube wants and what the advertisers want.
A lot of websites derive the vast majority of their revenue from selling user data.
Yeah, I get that, but that's not necessarily the kind of paradigm shift that I'm talking about. Just like as far as like... Because again, if you block the ads, then... not gonna be so easy, is it? Although cookies, doesn't really block cookies, does it? Anyways, I don't know. I feel like, you know, with like a lot of newspaper websites, they're like, oh no, ad blockers. Can't have that. So I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have to change something sooner or later if they want to stay afloat. I definitely think there's a lot of areas where the current model still works just fine, but I don't know. There's some important areas where I think change is happening first, and I think we're gonna see that change continue to spread to other mediums. Not necessarily from a I guess maybe from a content creator perspective in terms of how content creators generate revenue. I guess that's a good way of phrasing it, yeah. I guess so. I don't know, like, I mean, we've already seen, like, a pretty, like, decent explosion of stuff like, you know, like Patreon and stuff like that, you know. I feel like a couple of years ago, I mean, Patreon already existed a couple of years ago, but even, like, you know, before that, you know, I feel like Patreon is able to exist in, like, this... Patreon is able to do what it does because of just, like, the landscape that it exists in, and maybe if, content creators were able to just, you know, make money normally off of their content and they wouldn't have to resort to measures like that, then it wouldn't really have a reason for existing. But instead, you know, we're kind of in a situation where ad revenue alone is no longer enough. And so production costs had to be supplemented by crowdfunding like that. I don't know, that's my take. That's my hot take.
How much of Patreon do you think is NSFW? 99%!
Well, if I recall correctly, wasn't, like, for a really long time, the #1 most popular, or, like, the most profitable page on Patreon, like, an NSFW thing? Like, it was for some NSFW Flash game that was in development? That's what I remember hearing. And I also remember hearing that Patreon was, like, really ashamed of that fact, so they, like, try to hide it because it seems, you know, sketchy to investors and whatever. It seems like Patreon is just cracking down on that stuff. I haven't been super involved in Patreon for a pretty long time. Have they been cracking down on NSFW? Because it seems like they already have, like, a pretty decent, like, system in place to kind of separate that content from SFW, so, like, what kinds of changes are they making that are, like, NSFW hostile? Oh, these heads are coming along. It's getting there. Oh wait, but I made the mistake. I told you guys to remind me. Okay, hold on. They just banned incest? Well, I mean, I thought you just meant, like, you know, they were being like, oh, those Puritan people at Patreon being not giving us, you know, the content. But you know what? That's valid. I think they're allowed to do that. If it's stuff like that, then, you know, if it's like sketchy NSFW, then they absolutely have every right to get rid of it. Get that shit out of here. Also, I think I need to change this back to green so I can see past the storyboard. No, green. Sure. See, it's gotta go out like this. And then it'll slowly transition to that flat thing as the head turns, so it adds like more perspective. To be honest, from a user perspective, I think I prefer Patreon and other subscription-type models to ad models because ads are annoying, and the amount a creator gets from ads is much less than a just direct donation. I mean, Twitch still takes a pretty big chunk of those subscriptions, but okay. Which surprisingly affected a lot of creators. There's a big issue where they changed their headquarters, and since cards are being charged... Yeah, I heard about this! Since the cards are being charged in the UK, the activity looks strange. One creator I know lost like 70% of their patrons because of declined pledges. Did they fix that, or did they just like kind of dump that problem on the creators and run? Because, you know, that's a big deal. I don't personally get a ton of, if any, revenue from Patreon, but I definitely have a lot of other art friends that do rely on that pretty heavily, and I have heard a lot of people having problems with that system. Patreon seems to have a major issue like every other payday. Remember when they had the big thing where they wanted to change the way pledges were charged so that the $1 donations would be like bumped up to like $3 donations minimum, and hardly any of that would go to the creator because, you know, fees and everything, like the PayPal fees and the Patreon fees and the fees, and it'd just be like nothing left for the creator, and there was like this huge uproar. Why would they do this? You'd think they would be smarter, and yet here we are. It was one of those forced, I'm sorry it happened, but it wasn't our fault type of apologies. Ugh. You. Sometimes Patreon be like that. Although it's a little more frequently than sometimes, if you ask me. I wrote like 15 emails about that. I mean, good for you, because honestly, the people who did raise a fuss about that are pretty much the only reason why they went back on that change. That was an enormous uproar, yeah. I think I might actually, with these, I might want to like literally draw that one eyebrow and nothing but that on all of these frames, just so I can get like the in-betweens like figured out, because I feel like if I go about this differently, then it's gonna be like weird, you know? It's gonna be harder to go back and change that perspective shift in post, as opposed to just like starting with that shifted perspective. If that makes sense. So after I finish this one, I'll go back and do that to all the frames. So let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, interesting. Oh, right, because I added the 9.5 frame. That's right. Okay. So, and then after this, and then like after the next one after this, then we'll do the thing, because 9.5 shakes things up a little bit. It needs to be an odd number so it's easy. Did you remember eyebrows moving? I actually did it Thanks for reminding me when it was too late. But see, I went back and made it right. That's actually what I was talking about a moment ago, is that instead of just like doing all of these fully one by one, I want to just like go over and do that eyebrow tween like first things first, so that it's just out of the way and it's not something I have to worry about, so we're good to go. But I do need to get this frame as well after this one, so that effort is, that whole portion of the work is a little bit ahead still. Okay, that should be that frame. Man, it's really getting there. It's really getting there. Yeah, this should be the last frame before we do that eyebrow business. Okay! Let's see, so how does the brow in this look? Looks like that. So we're gonna make it look just like that. And then probably turn this back off. Oh, it does actually go a little bit outside of the eye. Or the head. So no head? Let me actually say it again while it's on my mind. Yeesh. I've only done that like twice so far. I gotta do that like after every frame I complete, I think. I gotta get into the habit of that. Because with Photoshop, I think I can trust it not to crash for the most part. But, I don't know. Even though they rebranded it to Adobe Animate, this is a fickle beast. And I should not take it lightly. Oh, I still gotta do the little nostrils. He's gotta breathe. There we go. Looking like you can fucking plug a socket into his face. Oh no, did I not do the crown? Let me click this again. I did not. I got them! You did not, Trapper. Oh. You see, I can like do bare minimum Lemmy, but Traveler is a very, very difficult word to say with Lemmy's voice. There's a lot of like very specific variations to the pronunciation that you gotta do to pull that off, and I'm nowhere near talented enough for it. Now Lemmy is a fickle beast. Okay, well there's the crown. So let's set that back to black, switch the next frame, get the colors, and we're good to go. You gotta sleep, good luck with the stream. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Femi. Those are the not teeth color. Oh, this is the wrong frame. There we go. These are the ones that need to be colored in white. Okay, there we go.
This is too easy.
Oh, it's getting there. It's really getting there.
Okay, so this is the exact middle point between this frame and this frame. So if we stretch these out real far, then we can get that in between that I crave so dearly. Yeah, it's like a very, very subtle change, but I think it's gonna add a lot to like the perspective turn. I don't know, that's what the other animators in the Discord said, so I feel like I should take their advice. Okay, I'll just leave it on that. Do the same for the rest of these. You're getting awfully tight, but I guess that's a good thing. Okay. One more, and that should do the trick. Okay.
This is too easy.
And now it's like a smooth transition. Alright, I'm gonna switch up the music here. Yeah, so then with the rest of this, I'll just follow the guides that the storyboard has laid out, and then just leave the eyebrow, and that's the plan. Teensy bit, okay. that works. I might do the same little method that I did before, where I kind of just leave the line art as is, and then go back through all of them and just like color them all in at once, because I feel like that might be like the more time efficient thing to do. I'll just like leave all of these green for now and just get the rest of these storyboard things taken care of. Because we're real close. This really is the final stretch. There's not really like any more significant work to pursue beyond this. Which is honestly pretty exciting, because I thought that this was going to take much, much longer. Like another stream or two at least, but I guess just the one is all I need. Because I'm just that good. Donkey Kong Reanimated, done quick, baby. Thanks, Stay Hydrated Bot. Yeah, I'll take a sip. Babes. Okay.
You know what I should grab? I should grab the Sticker Brush Symphony thing from Tropical Freeze. Is it on the related videos, or do I gotta search it up manually? I guess I gotta do it manually. Okay. Sticker Brush Symphony. Okay. It's called Twilight Terror Intro. That might be why I didn't see it. Nice. Oh, this is Photoshop again. I meant to open Animate. Okay, there we go. I'm getting through this decently enough as far as the rate goes. Okay, so how many are left here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 left. Damn. We're getting there for sure. This is it, Luigi. Luigi is dead. I'm not allowed to say that anymore. It's disrespectful to his memory.
Alright, not bad at all. Okay, and the rest of these eyes are filled in too. Okay, that makes 4. That's a good line right there. Saved frames confirmed, baby. Also, sorry the commentary like completely evaporated. I'm like very focused on these in-betweens. Again, as I said before, it's like it's a very like trance-like process going through these keyframes and whatnot. So it's like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like supposed to be commentating and shit every once in a while. I'm like, oops. But we're almost there. We're almost there. I believe we have 3 left after this. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! That was the 3rd one. Okay, so you've got 2 left after this crown. Kinda wish you could do a shift clicks to achieve straight lines in Flash, because that's what I did with the crown in Photoshop, and it's like just a teensy bit tougher to do without that. Okay. Okay. It all started when the Mario, Simon Belmont, and I went to hell. Oh jeez, what happened to that one?
What do you think of the character's reveal for Smash? The Castlevania stuff, I think I talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the stream, but I think people have yet to arrive. The Castlevania stuff, I think absolutely deserves to be in the game, but I'm not too big of a Castlevania head myself, so I'm not like... What happened? That was like a straight line. Why did that one go all wonky? I don't have like a really much of a connection to the Castlevania IP, so I'm not really freaking out about it, but you know what? Yeah, good for them. Good for Castlevania. Castlevania be like. But yeah, K-Rool, however, I am very excited about because I love Donkey Kong. And as you can see, considering that I was already doing K-Rool related content before the Smash thing, I love K-Rool too. Still no Dragon Quest. Well, if you ask me, I don't think that's maybe such a bad thing.
I don't know, man. Like, if you look at, like, the... Maybe this is, like... Oh, jeez. Maybe this is my ignorance of Dragon Quest coming out, but it feels like the third-party characters that have gotten into Smash are, like, you know, kind of cultural juggernauts as far as, you know, like, fucking Sonic, it's Pac-Man, it's, you know, all these characters, and, like, I don't know if Dragon Quest is, if that recognizable? But maybe it is, because I literally don't know either way. Okay, one more, baby, here we go. Bottoms up and the devil laughs. Dragon Quest is huge in Japan. Oh, true. Okay, that I actually do know. Fair enough. But is there like one super recognizable character from that series that's like iconic to the Dragon Quest series? It's like bigger than Pokemon. Well, Pokemon is like literally one of the largest media franchises in the world, so I don't know if you could say it's that big, but you know. The art style for Dragon Quest is made by the same guy who draws Dragon Ball, so it's like, you know, related big. Guys, Goku confirmed. Slime? I know slime. I know slime noises. You laugh now. What does that mean, Sir Kaboom? I think in terms of remaining characters, I feel like Gino's like probably gonna be a shoo-in at this point. Like if we're getting K. Rool and Simon Belmont and Ridley and all these other characters, like I feel like the only other character that people have been asking for that much in terms of like their legacy, as far as like what people have been asking for in Smash for ages, I feel like Gino's like that last character that people would be like freaking out about, so I don't know. It doesn't necessarily mean no to a Dragon Quest, but considering that they are focusing on, you know, there's only so many new characters we're gonna get before it's like, you have to remind yourself that it's focusing on the old content. So I think as far as like newcomers, I don't think we're gonna get that many more, especially from third parties. Why can I not? How many of these are shapes? How many of these are shapes? Okay, just this layer? Aw, man. But that was like the last one, too. Aw, man. Okay. So is this an object? It is not. Cool. Oh, I hate when I do that. What am I, like, accidentally doing to, like, trigger that? Last time we had something like that, we got Shulk. Yeah, but Shulk is good. And it's also like a Nintendo IP, so it's not as difficult. Like, Nintendo owns Monolith Soft. Okay, hypothetical time. Would you rather have Sans or Goku in the game? You have to choose. Oh, Sans, absolutely. He's still like a video game, and he's still iconic. He's popular in Japan. He is a video game. I hate both, but at least Goku is like an understandable meme. I don't know. I feel like Sans is a pretty big meme. At least was. I think Undertale, as far as like its nascence with the youngsters, I feel like it's kind of past. It's all about Fortnite with the baby boys now. But I still think he's good. I still like Undertale, sorry to say it, guys. Sans isn't relevant anymore.
it was a fad thing. Add Fortnite to Smash! Oh. Funny you should mention that, actually, because I actually came across some relevant information related to maybe some rumors or like some leaks regarding Fortnite content in Smash Bros. Here, take a look. Okay. Fortnite confirmed, baby. I like Sans, but he would be way out of place. I don't think so. We got a skeleton in the Simon Belmont trailer. Skeletons are ally. That's adding Smash to Fortnite. It doesn't count. Well, you better add yourself to my blocked list because. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the last K. Rool face, so let's round them all up here. Yeah, that looks good to me. And the eyebrow changes perspective, as it should. Alright, let's get these all colored in black, and we should be good to go. And this really will be like the final call as to whether or not I want to in-between these heads. Because if I do want to do in-betweens for all of these heads, it's definitely going to be a lot more work. But I have a feeling that it's like, in the storyboard process, I already like kind of did enough in-betweening here, just like with the keyframes, that I might not even have to go that far. So we'll color it in, we'll see where we are. Like you aren't already on it? What does that mean? What is that in response to? I only remember like the last 3 milliseconds of what I say. So when you respond to things like this in chat, you have to like I don't you have to like remind me what comment it is in response to. Because I just fucking talk, baby. Uh-oh, that's just a silhouette now. I think this space might be all ready. Let's turn on the background so we can like see through the teeth. Yeah, okay, so that head's done. This one is not, because the crown is not colored in either. Also, I think the music just went away. I just thought that was interesting. Okay, let me go switch it up. Aqueduct Assault is pretty good. Yeah, this stream is definitely getting claimed. Oh, never mind. Seashore War is where it's at. Ooh. Might add in an extra tooth here. Just like that. Just a little something, just for continuity's sake. Okay, white. It's actually a little bit hard to tell whether or not I colored in these. Let me turn on this as well. Yeah, that's a much better indication of whether or not the teeth are colored in. Because the background's kind of light, so the white can kind of camouflage sometimes. But that right there is a pretty clear indication if I've ever seen one. There it is. There he is. Aw man, I'm freaking out a little bit. This is really going to be the moment of truth of whether or not this project is done right now. Although, I am still a crown away from discovering that, aren't I? Eh? Is there like a hole in the crown? What's happening here? Why can't I color this in? Oh, you! We meet again. I can't believe you've done this. God damn it. Fucking object drawing. Thanks. I hate it. Alright, storyboard, get back in here. I'm not done with you quite yet. Apparently.
just when you think you're done with this. I hope I don't have to redraw too many of these crowns. Okay, let's see. Let's grab the color from the previous frame. Turn the storyboard back off. Now we're good. We are good, baby! Alright. I'm gonna have to unfortunately pause Seashore War because K-Rool's time has come.
This is too easy.
I don't know, what do you guys think?
This is too easy.
I might have to add more keyframes. It's just like because of how I animated the body, you know? And the way that compares to the movement of the head. It's still like synced, but it's just like, you know, the head's only animating every 3 frames, and then the body's animating like every 1 frame, so it's like, I might have to do some in-betweening.
This is too easy. This is too easy.
It looks good though. I'm happy with how it came out. That said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get, if I am doing more in-betweens, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that done tonight. At least on stream. So now I ask chat, do I just finish the rest of the in-betweens on my own time and then post the finished work as like a surprise so for everybody to see the finished product? Or do I save another Galaxy Gallery stream for this? Because the thing is, if I do this next stream, it is absolutely not going to take up the full 4 hours. Like, really. Like, it's 30 frames, and it's like an in-between of 9, so...
This is too easy.
Even if I, like, wanted to get really detailed with it, the overall span of time that this covers is, like... It's like a second of animation, really, so it's... There's only so much I could do even if I went wild with it. So I think that might be what I do here. As far as how I choose to finish this. I don't know. I feel like I could do more with the head movement here. Just a little bit more in terms of the in-betweens. Maybe have a backup game for next stream. I could do like a Galaxy Gallery split with something else, but I usually don't. I usually like the Galaxy Gallery streams to be like their own nights, you know? Like a single stream that's like that takes up the full 4 hours rather than splitting it with another game, but I don't know. I could. At the same time, though, I do like having like a pretty decent gap between Galaxy Gallery streams. So if I do save this for next time, it's gotta be like a week before I can come back to this, and I'm already in like a bit of a flow. So I might just I think personally what I want to do is just finish this like on my own time. You know what I mean? And that way, like, you guys can see the finished product, like, on Twitter, and then you guys can be like, it'll be a surprise, and you guys can be like, whoa, it sure looks even cooler than I thought it would be. I better share this with all my friends who are looking for people to hire as animators. This is a good-looking croc. I really am happy with how this came out, you know? Like, thinking about how this project started, and how I was initially boarding the K-Rool stuff, and I was, like, so disappointed with how it came out, but man... This revisiting is like really.
This is too easy.
He does it. He does it.
This is too easy.
Two. Anyways, that was I guess that was Galaxy Gallery for tonight. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, you can follow me here on Twitch or on YouTube. Let me get the music back on, actually. Okay, so that was Galaxy Gallery for tonight. If you enjoyed what you saw, you can follow me here on Twitch or on YouTube at The Full Galaxy, where all the VODs are, plus highlights and more. You can also subscribe to me here on Twitch if you really enjoyed what you saw. You can also check me out on Twitter, Tumblr, and Discord, where there are all sorts of channels for you guys to hang out in both on and off stream. And if any of that interests you, then you can check out the links in the Twitch cards below or in the YouTube description if you're watching the VODs. So with that, have a good night. Sweet dreams of locking lips with this lizard. Sweet dreams of